All right, welcome to the show, Cooking with David Burke. That's me, Chef David Burke. I do have a sous chef. His name is Lefto. He's been with me for about 5 years now. So he'll be helping utilize leftovers and help us with some other dishes. He's a piece of work. He's a handful, gotta say. Anyway, roast chicken today. We got 3.5 pounders, 20 minutes per pound is usually the rule of thumb. We're gonna roast, we're gonna pan roast. We've got one roasted in my roasting pan. And then we'll be making leftovers, hence his name, Lefto. And we'll also be making dumplings. We're doing a soup en croûte. Soup is made from the leftovers. We're gonna be poaching a whole chicken, then roasting it. So a couple different methods. And we got a beautiful array of produce from Marvel Produce, thank you. Chef's Warehouse, thank you. And Kevin McGrinder, thank you for the setup on all the plates, and the Kevin McGrinder group. And Off the Hook Seafood, we're going to get to them in a few minutes, but thank you for your support, and we're happy to get going. Lefto's going to sit next to his Chaz Palmatieri bottle of wine, and he'll interrupt when need be. And I've got a couple of chefs in the back helping. We're going to make a salad also, a non-traditional wedge salad, but this chicken we roasted this morning, same size, a little hour, 20 minutes. This can go in the oven. This is a bird. All natural bird. It's got herbs and a little citrus inside, salt, pepper on the outside. You can throw some oil on it. We've got a 400-degree oven preset. That'll come out looking like this. I have another chicken here, and I got chicken stock in the back. I'm gonna boil this chicken. This whole chicken is going into the oven, into the chicken liquid, which will be my chicken stock. All right. And that'll be poaching. We're gonna poach that. Reason I'm gonna do that, we're gonna poach the chicken. I'm gonna poach it for about 20, 25 minutes. Then I'm gonna put it in the oven and roast it. So I got a moisture roast chicken. I also have chicken stock. That stock is gonna be for a second day dish, AKA leftover dish. So one chicken's going in the oven. Let's get this over there, please. And that will turn out to be like this in about, that's 20 minutes a pound, 3.5 pounds, hour 15, I think, right? And in the meantime, one of the, for home cooks and or for restaurants, we usually bone out the chicken ahead of time and we saute it, or what we call is pan roasting. So I got some olive oil here. I'm gonna put a little olive oil in this pan too. This one I'll move out the way. I'll put this over here for now. And that's a good looking meal. So parts, which is what you see in restaurants. You can get a half roast chicken. We also have, guys, you want to bring me out the DB Bell chicken when you get a chance. So this is chicken breast. Lots of, if you haven't seen the chef shows, we use lots of salt and pepper. And so this is the thigh, the breast, the wing, the drumstick. That's a half a bird. And that's gonna slowly pan roast, all right? Good, that's on medium-high heat. That's olive oil, salt and pepper. Don't forget we got the roast chicken in the oven. We have another chicken steaming here, which looks beautiful. I'm gonna lower that just a tad. Simmer. That's in chicken broth. Could be water and vegetables. You're making your own broth, right? In the meantime, I'm gonna start something called home fries. We all associate home fries with breakfast, right? Everybody likes home fries. I've always been doing home fries since my days at the River Cafe with making them with sweetbreads, lobster, shrimp, ham, beef, vegetables. And in this case, we're gonna do mushroom home fries. And this is a nice garnish for fish, meat, steak. It's not as much work as whipped potato. So we do have to dice up some potatoes. And we're gonna saute these. These are cubed raw potatoes. These are Idaho potatoes. All right, and we're just gonna brown them up. Again, this can be done, if you're doing a pan roast chicken, it can be done at the same time. both medium heat. And with the home fries, again, another way to sneak in leftover chicken. You can make a hash for brunch with a poached egg. So economics, creativity, fun all together. So we've got home fries up to heat here. Home fries working, chicken working, roast chicken, poached chicken. We're gonna move to a salad. We all know what a wedge salad is, or a steakhouse wedge, or a head of iceberg lettuce, right? While these things are cooking, especially for home use, iceberg is making a comeback. You know, it went away for a long time, and now it's making a comeback. I guess kale got out of the way. Anyway, you pop out this bottom piece. Pull that out. That's garbage. Got a couple of leaves here, but this will be a salad for two. What we do, take a couple of these outer leaves off. And cut that off. Trim this up. Save some of this. Oh, look at this. Now, chicken is moving. Look at that. A little bit of color. Brown, nice. We flip it over, keep it going. Home fries, starting to brown. Potatoes. Now, you got a head of lettuce here. I'm going to square it off a little bit. I have a tomato dressing. This could be a Russian dressing. It could be a Caesar dressing. I'm just going to put a little bit of tomato dressing down. Basically, tomato dressing, you can take tomato sauce, add oil and vinegar, lemon juice, and use the tomato as the base, or as your mayo. We're going to put our salad here, our head of lettuce. I'm going to mix some of the ingredients. Blackberries, these are pickled. All you do is put them in sugar, a little bit of vinegar. These are called sweetie drops. I've got some pomegranates, tomatoes, a little bit of red pepper flakes, black pepper, of course salt, walnuts. We're going to do a little walnut dressing too. Walnut oil used to be popular way back. So some of these old chefs you'll know. A little bit of basil. My pans went out. Oh no, they're still going. So you can see I've got some of the garnish there. I've got apples. And we've got cheese, and I got some pickled onions here. So this is a little bit of, put in what you want. Now the walnut oil, you got hazelnut oil, walnut oil. We used to use a lot of this in the 80s. And it kind of went away. It's expensive, delicious. So I made a walnut oil dressing, a little bit of mustard, red wine vinegar, walnut oil. I'm gonna put some of that in there. Beautiful. I've got scallions also. You see, you got a nice looking, a bunch of stuff, which is what chefs like to eat. We make salads at the end of the night and we clean out the pantry. Here's my home fries, right? Browning the potatoes first. I got my chicken going. Chicken needs a little bit of love here. Pan roast chicken with some butter. And then we'll add a little bit of butter to the home fries. And once the potatoes get slightly brown, we'll be adding the onions and peppers. But back to the salad. So this is the base salad. The beauty of this, you can do this ahead of time. This will feed two. It's a great date night salad. And just take some of the extra virgin olive oil and pour it in the crevices of the head of lettuce. And maybe a squeeze of citrus or a little bit of vinaigrette, a little bit of vinegar in the lettuce leaves. It'll seep in between the crevices, and that's gorgeous. So again, you've got tomatoes, peppadews, walnuts, blackberries that are pickled, apples. I've got a bit of goat cheese over here, so I'm putting the goat cheese around the edge. Goat cheese, goat cheese. More of these beautiful garnishes. And this thing just keeps going off on me. Anyway, you keep adding on, make a beautiful tall salad, let it fall as it will. Now, this part you can use on another day. I think it looks quite nice the way it is, some scallions. You got extra walnuts, and then more of the walnut dressing. So this salad could also be topped with chicken or shrimp, and it's a beautiful salad. Now that feeds two, that could feed more. It's beautiful, looks good on the table. It was made in a few minutes. Yes, you got to get a few ingredients together. I don't know if you see the pomegranate, I added a little bit more. I missed the avocado, but I'll put the avocado elsewhere. I don't think it's needed today, but I had it ready. And that's the first course before the roast chicken. So if you want to have a nice dinner with a salad, that's very impressive. And impressive is an understatement, and delicious. There you have it. And then we get to the roast chicken. Simplicity on the chicken, extraordinary effort and style and design on something that, you know what, didn't take that long. Okay, we'll be right back with the home fries.
Welcome to Off the Hook Seafood, your trusted source for premium wholesale seafood. From ocean to table, we deliver the freshest catch, ensuring quality and excellence for your business. We specialize in servicing restaurants, hotels, country clubs, catering halls, private chefs, markets, stadiums, and any other institutions. Off the Hook Seafood, where freshness meets reliability.
All right, here we are, pan roast chicken. We had a finished roast chicken, one whole chicken in the oven. It's been in the oven about 20 minutes. Pan roast chicken's been in here about 12 minutes. I lowered the heat a little bit. And this is, again, beautiful, nice and caramelized. I got home fries going here. Now the home fries, potatoes are almost cooked. I'm gonna add some onions, peppers, red and yellow to the pan. These are the home fries. Then I'll add mushrooms in a little while. And this will be garnishing our roast chicken. You want to get the potatoes cooked a little bit ahead. And this I lowered down a little bit. This is going to slowly finish roasting. The thigh is nice and cooked. The wing, the breast is a little thicker. But again, nice and slow. The salad's gorgeous. Love it. Came out great. Walnut vinaigrette. Next part of the garnish is broccoli. Broccoli is, you know what? People like broccoli. I love broccoli. I think it was really, really popular in the day in steakhouses. You don't see it as much as broccoli as a side dish anymore because we've gotten a little fancier. But one of the ways we cook it is this way, and we leave the stem. This is blanched. I trim it off a little so I can plate it like that. You know, and I can throw this in here. You can see how we're going to use this. This is how we plate it. We also have these carrot bands. These are cut from a peeler or on a mandolin and blanched. Great garnish. Sexy way to serve carrots. And very, very bright and appealing, and actually good for you. So, home fries moving. Chicken pan roast is here. Keeps coming along nicely. The wings are almost cooked, the thigh and the drumstick going. And you can taste what they call the fond or the drippings This is quite nice. A basic home fry, right? Now, we can add shrimp, we're gonna add bacon, we can add ham, steak. It's a good way to utilize my man leftovers. Favorite thing is home fries. One of them. Let me get some of these items out of here from the salad. Don't forget we're gonna check in on this chicken here. Now this is almost cooked, it's poaching. And again, I have a beautiful liquid behind now. Look at this. We'll continue to poach that. Then all we have to do with that is put that under the broiler, crisp up the skin. Now you have a moist of a poached chicken. But the beauty is I have chicken broth now. And chicken broth, I can make soup. I'm gonna make dumplings with the leftover chicken meat once I get my home fries done. And the home fries are coming along nicely. And I got the chicken, that looks good too. Put these off center for a second. Chicken is probably my favorite thing to eat. People often ask, Chef, what would your last meal be? You know, what would your last meal be? I said, well, hopefully I don't know I'm having my last meal. That would be, I'd rather not know. But it would be probably something with eggs for sure. Maybe roast chicken, because a good roast chicken is very satisfying. And it reminds me of my early days of cooking. And it's hard to do a really perfect roast chicken. And you can brine chicken. Some people say they want to brine chickens. Speaking of brine chicken, you guys got a bell chicken back there? We brine a chicken at our restaurants with seaweed. We use seaweed in the brine. Seaweed replaces some of the salt, but seaweed's loaded with umami. So it gives you that fifth flavor sensation. So we boil our brine with sugar, salt, and seaweed. And thank you. And what we do is we shape it differently. I didn't want to demo this because it's very complicated. But this is what we serve at the rest, called a DB roast chicken. So this is a half of a chicken. The dark meat's on the top. There's only one bone in it, it's the drumstick. Dark meat is on top, and then the white meat's on the bottom. But as you can see, the skin wraps around the whole thing. So every bite, you have skin. I'll show you. Look at that. And then you got the dark meat here. The dark meat on top, white meat on the bottom, skin all around, wrapped. This, if you want to learn how to do it, then you're going to have to contact me or work for me. And that's brined in the seaweed solution. And we masterfully butcher it. It's a little too tough for the beginner cook. And the home fries look great. Let me get some herbs in here. A little rosemary, a little thyme. Chicken's almost done. And now I have this this garnish here. This is some carrots I just laid on a plate. In the restaurant, we would just heat this up. All right, and I can put it here. That'll heat up. And I'm going to heat up the broccoli, also in the chicken stock back here. So that chicken is almost cooked. I mean, because when you poach a chicken, it's going to cook a lot quicker than the oven, because the liquid goes in the cavity. It's cooking from the inside out as well. So. So this chicken is almost done. And the home fries look great, right? I got to add mushrooms to the home fries. And I'll just split some of these. Again, potatoes, peppers, onions, mushrooms. I got some herbs in there. The sound of the pan. We take out the leg, it's cooked. The thigh is cooked. I think the wing is cooked. And we still got the breast. It's coming along. But these three are cooked. I'll let this sit here and finish cooking. And our home fries are almost there. Butter, do not be afraid. More butter, more salt, pepper. And we're coming along to finalize this dish. Plate it. So now we've got the chicken is cooked. We've got one in the oven still. The roast chicken is going to take a little time. But we're going to plate the pan roast chicken with the home fry. As soon as these mushrooms come down, we'll let that rest. Here's that DB belt chicken we talked about earlier. We get this here. Yep, so this is beautiful. This is perfectly cooked. Then the leg, the wing, and the thigh. I'm going to keep this here like this. And I have a... This is beautiful. The home fries are gorgeous. Now, optional, you can add some bacon. Add some scallions. So now you've got, you see the home fries? Mushrooms, bacon, peppers, beautiful. Now this, whatever you don't eat now, again, you can do this with the roast bird also. And this is the plated bird. Chicken breast, the leg, the thigh, the wing. All right, I'm going to give you the broccoli coming out of the broth, so it's hot. We put the broccoli branch here. Here's that roast chicken. And take that nicely. Now you've got the chicken for one, which is the pan roast, right? Mushroom home fries, a little bit of broccoli. Carrot bands down below. Now you've got the other roast chicken with the home fries. Again, it'll look pretty. Now you have two different versions of roast chicken, both with home fries. Now that one also I would serve that with a steak knife. I happen to have my own. If you can. There you go. That's a nice presentation. Roast chicken for two or for more. Pan roast chicken. And we got that beautiful salad. Now Lefto's gonna make, now we have the broth here. Let me bring this up front. So one more chicken in the oven. This whole chicken is poached. So you see it's got the liquid in it. And it's kind of dry, running clear. So it's pretty much cooked. It is cooked. So, and here's the stock. So the stock now is going to be our second day dish. Lefto's going to step in and show us how to make chicken soup en croûte, chicken soup with dumplings. The dumplings will be made from some of the leftover roast chicken, but this can also just be used as a beautiful second day chicken. Or we could throw this in the oven right now and crisp it up. In fact, I will. Can you guys hand me a blowtorch? But I'm gonna put the broth back on the back burner. But man, is that good. So again, if you're gonna do a whole roast chicken, even a chicken like this, look at that, and then you're browning it up. But this, I'm just showing you how easily it would be to put this in the broiler. Well, first time for everything. But the theory is you poach it, it's full of liquid. It is so juicy, and then you can brown it. Now you can brown it under the broiler, under the sun. I just did a quick method with the blowtorch because I haven't done that, and I just think, honestly, I mean, I don't think you want to blowtorch something that long, but wow, that came out pretty nice. Look at this color, right? This is the natural version, pan roast, and this is poached and torched or poached and then broiled. But again, this one will have the most juiciness to it. And not only that, I get the broth from it. Economically speaking, best way to do it is cooking. So we're gonna take a break, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna cut that chicken, we're gonna cut this chicken, look at them side by side, and then we're gonna make two leftover dishes. One soup, they're both soups. One's dumpling with soup, and one is a soup en croûte. So thank you. Yeah, well, he approves. So this is leftover turf now. We got the broth left from the poached chicken that we blowtorched, or we could have broiled. I've got some mirepoix, which is carrots, onions, celery. That's going into the soup. To the leftover broth, right, I'm also going to add some mushrooms. Right, I'm just going to break them up. They'll break up on their own in there. And I'm going to put a little bit of jalapeno because he likes jalapeno. Jalapeno. And I'll add some avocado later to that. But from this roast chicken, or this one, we've peeled some meat off it, right? We've got some leftover meat. This is the leftover meat, pulled meat. And we're going to mix that meat with ricotta cheese, spinach, herbs, etc., 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 and make a chicken, ricotta, lemon zest, a little bit of spinach, chives, a little red pepper flake, salt and black pepper. All right. This becomes the filling. It's leftover. It's like chicken salad, to be honest with you. All right, there you go. Mix it well. Anyway, this is what he does. Now it's seasoned. It's great. It's delicious. And we took wontons. You take a wonton wrapper. We got a wonton wrapper, fellas. And we made little purses, beauties. Right? These purses have this filling in them. So I'll show you that in a moment. But in the meantime, I'm going to throw these in here. And we're going to poach the dumplings, so the little purses, chicken and cheese purses, into this beautiful, man, it's good, broth. That's the stuff. Now you got the spice from the jalapeno. That's one way to do the soup. Give me one wonton. You want to help, Chris? Sure. Wrap one up. Leftos got my hands full. So you got two, there you go. Here's your filling. Chris is gonna make 2 dumplings. I got the mushrooms cooked here, the broth cooked, and I got the dumplings cooking in here. This is fantastic. And boy, can you taste the healthiness of it and smell it. And you let that continue. And this is almost as good a meal as the roast chicken. That's just what this guy wants. His proving point is his dishes are better than mine. And in this case, maybe not. But So a simple dumpling, or you could actually, you could roll it up simply like this. Just do half moons, or we can do the little pouches. This is another one. So you get the idea. Or you can just serve them as raviolis if you didn't have the soup. Follow? Okay, let me put him down a sec. Hey, he's all yours. You know that feeling, right? He's all yours. So you got the fillings here, right? Ricotta cheese. Good stuff. Now this could go on toast, right? We also made tortillas with them. These are tacos. Same filling, leftover dish, he loves it. 2 tacos. Orchard Park, one of our great restaurants in East Brunswick. Thank you for the plates. Well, you got tacos. Some avocados. Extra halos. Anyway, there's our taco. Soup is next. Now, we did the soup with the dumplings. Now, we also did this soup. This is a little more advanced. This is the broth in there hot. It can go in there cold. And this is puff pastry. You do, I'd put the soup in there. I'd put it in cold. And then you put the puff paste over, like so. And there's a famous chef named Paul Bocuse, who passed away, but he was probably the most famous chef in the world. And there's a Paul Bocuse restaurant at the Culinary Institute of America. Anyway, he made his famous soup, truffles. And he kind of put this kind of soup on the map. Anyway, you see what we got here? This then goes in the oven to be baked, which I'm going to give you now to put in that oven. It's crisp. And then 25 minutes later, that soup comes out like this. So now you've got leftover proving his point that sometimes leftover dishes are just as good as the same, or when you're planning your meals, make sure you plan on the second day dish or the leftover dish. For example, here. Here's a dumpling. Now I look like leftover with the foggy glasses. Another dumpling. A lot of fun. I'm fishing. I got 3 dumpers. And we do this with lobster, and you can feel. I have one of these. Here's that other ravioli. See that shape? Beautiful. Cooked already. 2 seconds. But I'm going to keep him out because he doesn't really fit in. But I got a big cluster of mushroom here. And a couple of dumplings. I like my watercress. There's another soup. And we got one more. We use this at Red Horse by David Burke and in Bernardsville and others. This is a small candy dish with a lid. The top of that lid I have lined with cucumbers. We do this ahead of time for the restaurant, for those of you that are in the restaurant business. And then what we'll do here, this is where I found a spot for my one dumpling. Dumpling in there. Oh, anyway, let me give him a little jalapeno on the top. This goes that way. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Anyway, how'd he do? He did great. Look at his soup with the croûte. You cut into that. Wow. Look at that, yummy. This one looks pretty. $25 at any restaurant in New York. The en croûte is beautiful. The tacos are great. And this, my friends, is a nice tasting menu item. And then what the waiter does is, or Lefto does is, no. Voila, you serve it like that. Present it this way. Spoon goes in. So, these are restaurant style dishes. Good leftover dish, second day dish, restaurant dish. But these are made from him. It's the Lefto mind, right? The roast chicken, pan roast chicken, great salad. A boiled chicken that led to all this, right? So when you think about shopping and cooking, think about what he would think about, which is, what do I do next day? What can I do with the byproduct? What can I do with the bones and the stock and the trimmings and this and that? And you put your creativity not only into this and with the home fries, but into this. Because sometimes this becomes a star of the menu. And this is how in the restaurant business we can make some money. We teach our cooks how to think outside the box. And even this just simple way of doing a broccoli, not so boring anymore. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Lefto, thanks you for paying attention. I think he wins today.